This is a quick introduction to the Smalltalk programming language. There are lots of implementations of Smalltalk. The one we're going to be using is Pharo. And the reason for using Pharo is that they have a very nice one-click image, which is very easy to download. You just click on this icon on that web page, and very easy to start, as we'll see. When you've downloaded the zip file, just open it up. Double click on the one-click image. Tell Mac that that's okay. And we get a Pharo image up and running. I'll close the welcome message. You can go back and have a look at that at your leisure. So what we have here is a Smalltalk environment, and I'll open up something called the system transcript, which we can use in a way which is similar to the interpreter you'd find for Python or Ruby or something like that. Now, transcript, there's just one transcript in the Smalltalk system, is an object, and everything in Smalltalk is or appears to be an object. And we can talk to these objects. So I want to ask transcript to please do a character return, and then show me the string, of course, hello, exclamation mark. Now, if I highlight this in the transcript and I bring up the right-click menu and say do it, what happens is that this little piece of Smalltalk code that I've written is compiled and executed, and the output is written back into the transcript object itself. It's a little bit recursive, but I'm sure you get the drift. So we run the code there, and it will write hello world into the transcript, but we're working in the transcript too. Now, this isn't normally how we want to build up code in a Smalltalk system. We want to add things to classes, so that classes have behavior. Now the transcript has a class, and it has its own behavior, but we want to make one of our own. And so we're going to use the system browser to create our own class. Now the system browser gives you a view of the entire code universe inside of an image. And it's first of all broken down into categories, and we're going to add a category of our own. This is a class category. And we're going to call it hello message. And into this brand new class category, we're going to put a brand new class, which we're going to call hello message. And when I save that, I get my new class. And I want this class, or instances of this class, to be able to do something for me. So I'm going to add a method to the class. At the moment there are no messages in there, so I'm going to add a method. And the method is going to be do your thing. And the thing I want this to do is exactly the thing that we had here. So I'm just going to copy that from there, pop it in here, and save this method. Now whenever you save a method in Pharo, it wants to know who you are, and I'm me. Now we have our method, and I want to just rename this here, which is a method category, to something more meaningful, printing. Okay, so now we have a brand new category of classes, our brand new class within that category, our method, and we pop that into a method category called printing. Now because we've created a class, it becomes part of the universe inside this image, and I can refer to it. So I say to the hello message class, I'd like a new instance please, and I would like that instance to do your thing. So I highlight that code just as I did before, and I say do it. And what's happened is our method has run. If we want, we can see this code, this class that we've created in a file. It's not the way you normally do things in Smalltalk, but we can do that. So we're going to say file out that class. And you'll notice in the transcript we see a little message to say hello message. It's just noting the fact that that's been filed out. We can see it by opening another tool in our image, which is the file browser. So here's a Pharo file browser. And sure enough, there's our hello message class. So there's a class definition just as it was before, and there's a method, and there's what it does. And that's all well and good. But you'll notice that things have been changed a little bit. The exclamation mark, or bang, is used as a delimiter in Smalltalk chunk format, and that's the format we're looking at right now. It's an externalization format. And that means that if you've got an exclamation mark in your code, as we do in a hello world, exclamation mark, then you have to double them up, bang bang. So we can edit this here, or we can go over and use our favorite editor, say over in Debian. And so let's open up the code. There it is, there's the same code. And we can say, and I can edit it here too. Bang, bang. And I'll save that. Come back over here. And we can see that the code has changed. Now I can bring this code back into the image. That will overwrite what's there already. File an entire file. That's done that. And if I look over here now and look at my method, I can see that my code is in the method. And if I run this again, I will see that I get the different method out. So we can actually put Smalltalk code into classes that you can edit using your favorite editor if you wish, but really the image tools are very, very powerful. Now, just to show you that we can safely leave this, we're going to close the image. This is how you shut Pharo down. I'm not going to save it. There it goes. Another double click. Get the image back. Close down the welcome message again. And we're going to say Tools, File Browser, and Tools, Transcript. And what we're going to say here, first of all, is hello message. New, do your thing. And this will not work because hello message, the class hello message, is not defined in this image yet. And indeed it fails. If I go to my file and say please file in the entire file, and then try it again, then it will work. So what we've seen is that Pharo is very easy to get hold of, very easy to start. It's a good Smalltalk. We've seen a very, very simple little piece of Smalltalk code in the transcript, running it as if we ran it in an interpreter, Python or Ruby or something like that. We've popped that code into our very own class. We've run that class, we've filed the class out, edited it when it was filed out using our favorite editor, filed it back in again, closed the image down, started it up. And so we've got a sense now of what's going on and how to do very, very simple things. To go on from here, we need to understand obviously a lot more about the Smalltalk language, but we also need to understand an awful lot more about the Smalltalk image, the environment that you develop Smalltalk code in, because a lot of the power of Smalltalk comes from that. But that's for another presentation.